Okay, it's 11 o'clock. We'll get started with our regular public meeting, July 9th. Any public comment before we get started? Seeing none, we'll move on to minutes. Let's accept the minutes from the special meeting, June 3rd. It wasn't really a special meeting, it was just our regular meeting on a special day. Any questions or comments? In favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passes. Motion to accept the minutes from the regular meeting, June 10th.
Make motion.
Discussion or comments? In favor, say aye. Motion passes. Minutes from the special meeting, June 19th.
Make motion.
Second, this was a pay raise for 5 employees. That had to be done before the pay cycle is over. Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Motion to accept the minutes from the regular meeting, July 2nd.
Make motion.
You missed the 27th.
Oh, did I? Okay, we're on July 2nd right now. They're on kind of July 2nd. Was there a regular meeting? Any questions or comments? All in favor, say aye. So we're back up for the one special meeting on June 27th. Motion to accept. Second. This is for some new hires.
Excuse me?
Yeah, this is new hires, that we had to get in before the cycle again for the end of the month. Questions, comments?
Where was this new hire for where?
Hires, one was for the Aubrey Warner for detention, Abby Heckman for assistant cook at Culbertson, and Sydney Thompson for nurse.
Thank you.
Questions, comments, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes, and we'll go to the minutes for the month of May.
Make motion.
Discussion or comments, journal 33. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Oh, we got 2 journal 33s.
Yeah, one's for May, one's for June.
Okay, and then we got, that motion passes. Now we got the minutes from the month of June to pass.
Make motion.
Second. It said July, but we changed it to June.
I just don't know how to type.
Yeah, June 3rd. Month. Questions or comments? Favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, the first action, administrative issues, we've had some issues with Road 1033 with our 1011 with oil traffic. So motion to have interstate engineer do a study and come up with some options for improving 1011.
Motion.
Second. Discussion or comment? Dana, are you on?
Yes, I'm on. Can you hear me all right?
We can hear you, Dana. Kind of explain maybe for the council on interstate engineering's here and Ken's here on what the traffic consists of on a daily basis and what happens when it rains, and what are your thoughts on 1011?
Sure. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to comment a little bit. So during the peak traffic, there's probably 20 trucks an hour and they could be going either way. And I would say no less than 100 trucks a day. In times when it rains, that amount of traffic goes down, but it sure doesn't go away. Prime example, the last rain we had, maybe the 4th or 5th of July or somewhere in there, they got a truck stuck on their location road. I don't even know which oil company it was, but it was past my house. And so they had to take a winch truck and a motor patrol down there to get that truck out of the road. And so they just went ahead and hauled like 54 loads of scoria is what one of the drivers told me, and overlaid their location road so they could keep going. Well, as you could guess, that was 112 round trips that County Road 1011 really didn't need so they could patch up their road, so I guess, I understand that business goes around and whatever, and that there's a lot of tax dollars generated down there. It's just kind of an example of the county road gets used regardless. And I understand the difficulties of enforcing a road closure. It's kind of keeping the honest people honest type thing. When it's moisture concerned, but the traffic doesn't stop. It might slow up a little, but it doesn't stop. The things we've seen, the road's gotten wider, which is maybe okay, but the culverts haven't gotten wider. So there's 3 really short culverts on that road that are hazardous. I mean, most people that drive it know they're there, but if you get people that don't know it and they meet a truck that doesn't scoot over, it's dangerous. Every time we get a new school bus driver, I catch them before the year starts and drive them to those culverts and show them. And Jeff marks them, but the marks only last till they get knocked over too. So I, don't take any of this as criticism towards the county road department, because I think that road gets as much of their attention as any other. But it's not enough for the traffic that's on there is what it comes down to. And I guess I feel as a taxpayer, I mean, being on the school board, I can see the oil money generated for the county from there. And, it's substantial. And I think it's well within reason to do something about it. Only other concern I have, the better the road is, the faster the traffic, but, maybe we get something figured out on the road. Maybe a deputy swinging in every now and then would heal that up pretty fast too. And I'm sure Sheriff Frederick could be more than willing to send somebody down there once in a while. So I guess that kind of sums up my thoughts. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Danny. Yeah, it's kind of stuff we've already talked about with, the better the road, the faster it goes and the more traffic will be used. So it's kind of, but we still have to do something major or something to get that road back in shape. Is it too wide? I mean, we know it's flat and wide because of all the traffic, but could it be narrowed up a little bit and peaked a little bit again and culverts replaced and a few things like that? Maybe some different material.
I guess
that's all the options we got.
In my opinion, we still have functioning ditches, at least to my place. When you go past there back to the west, towards like Terry Traeger's, the ditches are less functioning. There's kind of a sandy hill up there where the road has gotten from fence to fence, but as far as water draining, that's maybe not such an issue. But I don't know that it maybe just needs culvert extensions or culvert replacements. The width is actually good. I mean, it's pretty reasonable to meet somebody other than the short culverts. Even moving our farm machinery, it's not too strenuous of a task for the most part. You just have to watch for the culverts.
So Dana, this is Robert. One thing I heard out of this deal is with the school buses on there, kind of being a safety concern for people that are traveling on that road. Is that kind of for me, that kind of kicks it to the top of the list of getting things taken care of. If you've got road that's beat out past the culvert, we do know people, if you live out on the road, those spots, but safety concern. How's about when it rains? Does that road kind of hold the water on it, or is it rolling off of it? You know what I mean? Is it causing some major issues with the crown issue on it?
There's sections of that road that drain pretty well, and then there's a section in the middle that doesn't drain very well. And I think it's not that he doesn't get a crown on it; it doesn't seem to hold it. Sure. The first half mile or whatever holds the crown decent, not perfect, but decent. And then there's about a mile that doesn't hold it at all. And then there's kind of a little hill there, and then it holds it again there decent. But that mile or whatever it is in that center section, it just won't hold the crown. I mean, you can still see the slope on the edges, but the traffic pounds it out in the middle. I suppose it's got something to do with our sand, or maybe it's the last gravel that was put on there. That stretch has seen some scoria with gravel put on top of it that one of the oil companies did. I don't remember who. It helped, but it was kind of kind of lipstick on a pig a little bit too. Made it good enough trucks could get down it again.
No, thanks, Dana.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes, so we'll have interstate, maybe they'll get a hold of you, Dana, and talk to you a little bit more as John gets going on this, and we'll see what options we can come up with and get a few projects
Sure.
started on that.
Yep, I'd be glad to meet with them. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Dana.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay, moving on, backside, new hire, motion to hire Wade Hanson for the road department.
I'll make a motion for discussion.
Second. Comments, questions?
I guess the biggest thing is, I know this position's been open for a while, I've visited with Ken a little bit, but I think we have to go through the process of advertising it, and it's gotta go through the job service. This application was dropped off directly, so I don't think we'll be doing it justice if we don't get it advertised, go through that process. He was an employee of the sheriff's office for a while there, or whatever the reason was, he just quit showing up. No notice or anything, so I also have some concerns with that, but the biggest thing is to get it advertised, so we go through the proper protocols before we hire him.
Was this advertised a couple months ago?
I've had that one out for about 6 months.
Yeah, so it was advertised then. It
Yeah.
was out.
I thought Sam had looked and I didn't think we could find anything in the last 2 weeks on it.
I'm sure in the last 2 weeks. but
Yeah, not
it was
last 2 weeks.
Do you have other openings that you need to advertise for? Or is this it?
The only ones that are left now are my older people.
I know this was advertised at one point and we just never got no applicants. That's not the way I went through.
Yeah, I had a few applicants, but he really didn't fit the bill.
So did that application come in while that advertisement was active?
That I could,
Well, and it was advertised as until filled, you know.
Yeah.
So it was advertised, but it's been a while since.
I know that one, this application that, unless it was a different one, this one was hand delivered during a meeting in here, so I don't know if it's gotta go through the job service to come to this office or not, but I just wanna make sure everybody has the same opportunity to apply for it, so we don't have questions asked as to.
I know you had it open for a long time without any
That's
application.
the thing.
it's just finding qualified people.
Yeah.
And even if they're not, well,
Has this gentleman ran a blade and stuff?
yeah. He's on the blade, he's got his CDL. And finding a person with a CDL right for is, that's tough.
Yeah, any other discussions?
Current medical card,
What,
current medical card,
as far as I know, he does.
I don't know if that was on the application or not, but
I'm looking.
That's something you got, what is it, 6 months to get, hire people, you
Yeah.
see the. Question, comments?
I kind of a same. I think we all had the same thoughts about it, but we're in a spot, we're in a rock and hard spot right now. For help,
Well, you have 6 months and you can request an additional 6 months. You
Yeah.
have a year probation if you want. Any other questions, comments, concerns? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I,
Motion passes. Additional administrative issues, we added some pay raises that need to be done this month. First one is motion to accept Jared Poland's pay raise.
make motion.
Second. Discussion or comment? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes, motion to Curtis Red Eagle, for the jail, or increase. Yearly, annual increase, yes, that's okay.
Make motion.
Question, comments, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes, annual increase for Sarah Wagner, jail.
Make motion.
Discussion, comment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Raise for Teresa Romo. For the clerk of, court. Motion to accept.
Make motion.
Second. Discussion or comment? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Motion to accept annual increase for Daniel Seatsma for the road department.
Make motion.
Second.
Discussion or comment? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Any other business? No.
Well, I just have, can we go back a little bit? One, I have a question.
When do we?
That, road, 10-11,
Yep.
how long is that? What are you looking at,
That's about 2 miles, not wide.
2 miles. 2 miles to the
That's all
corner.
it is, 2 miles?
Yeah,
Half for,
probably a half on the, there's a little extension that goes east-west on it, that's for real bad.
And then, what were you looking at for interstate engineering for, costs to do the study?
so we haven't put a scope together yet, so I'll bring the scope to interstate, or, sorry, to the commissioners for, approval.
Oh, okay.
before we start, so
Okay,
I think we should probably do a geotech on it, just so we know what's there.
yeah,
So,
right,
but I haven't put numbers to it yet, it was just kind of an original scoping.
Okay.
So.
all right, thank you.
Anything else? Motion to close.
Make motion.
Now, second.
Opposed, thanks.
Good to see that there's some annual raises given in the